Macca's Guides.
Hey everyone, Macca here, continuing with Sniper Elite Resistance. We're moving on to mission number 5, and as with previous missions, we can grab a Stone Eagle kind of right out of the gate. From where we spawn, let's go ahead and look directly south, locating a small island with a lighthouse. On the very top of the lighthouse, you can find that Stone Eagle.
Good shooting.
If you then come into the mission from the spawn, taking the left-hand side road, you'll notice that there is a small church, and there is a little fork in the road on the way there. So let's go ahead and go follow that fork in the road by going to the left of this small shed. This will lead you up a staircase, and then you'll be following a path, and that path will have another fork in the road. Here you'll take a left-hand turn to hook around a little bit to the left to find a personal letter before you enter that small church. From that collectible, let's go ahead and go towards that church that I've mentioned a few times now. Obviously, there may be some enemies here which you want to take care of, but on the north side wall of that church, you can find a hidden item. This is the propaganda poster for this mission. Additionally, while you're here, find the rifle workbench inside. You can head in through this door, and then you can go through the blue door. Once you get inside, the rifle workbench should be in front of you. Of all of the maps, this one's probably the most confusing, but from there, you can head and follow this small little bridge above the road that then leads into this area. And you'll notice this big building in front of us, as well as a couple of small little buildings that almost make like a little bit of a checkpoint. In the small building, find personal letter number 2, and in the big building, we can find classified document number 4. You kind of have to go around these rocks, which is a little bit annoying. Obviously, there are a few enemies, and we will be going up the outdoor stairs in order to get onto that second floor, and that's where you'll find the classified document. So make sure you grab that before you move on. Following the road from the previous 2 buildings, let's go ahead and wait until there's a fork in the road, and we can grab Stone Eagle number 3. As you approach the fork in the road, look to the left. Here you should find a crane, and you can find the Stone Eagle on that crane. There may be more than one crane. Only one of them has a Stone Eagle, so make sure you're looking at the correct one. Additionally, let's go to the right-hand side of this fork in the road, which leads to a little bit of an underground tunnel. Here, there will be enemies, as always, and on the left side, you'll find a smaller hallway with the SMG Workbench. If you then backtrack a little bit to outside of that tunnel and take the left turn in the road, you'll end up in front of this building in this little intersection. And as you approach, let's go into that building where you'll be able to find personal letter number 5. Just enter through the back door or through the window if you're feeling a little adventurous. And on the table in the corner, you can find a key as well as the personal letter. Near the very bottom middle of the map, you'll also be able to find the starting location known as Quarry Lake, and it's just behind this small little crane. And if you go up here, you should be able to mantle up a wall. At the top of this wall, you'll find a fire pit, and igniting it will have this starting location available for you upon subsequent playthroughs. We then take a pretty big jump up to the top right corner of the map, and this is a road that leads into an underground bunker. So there's a couple of things we have to do while in here, and this is why this map can be a little bit confusing. You can get into this bunker, I think, from 2 different ways, and then you can also backtrack back to it through separate entrances. But either way, as you enter, go up the stairs on the left-hand side and either use the satchel charge or just climb through this small grate in the wall in order to access this private room. And inside of that private room, you can find the pistol workbench. If you were to look at the map, you're basically just in the middle of a giant rock, so you can't really tell where you are on the overview of the world. From the workbench, let's go ahead and head to the room with our main objective. And once we're in that room, there will be an enemy that does have a safe key. It's the officer in the room, which is wearing the different outfit from everybody else. You can either grab that key off that officer or feel free to just find a satchel charge and blow up the safe. But you're looking for the person in the white lab coat here. And once you loot them, you should grab the safe key. Again, if you can't find them, which sometimes they just glitch through the ground and stuff, unfortunately. But if you can't find them, just grab a satchel charge and blow up the safe. But in this room with this main objective, let's go ahead and head downstairs, blow up the safe, or use the key, which we've conveniently found now, and open it up to find the next collectible inside. Nearby, before you interact with the main objective here, you can go kind of past it to the south corner of the room. And if you head up the stairs in the corner, you'll be able to access a small side office. And in that side office, you'll find a document on the table, which was right here. You'll then set off the main objective in the room, which will start a little bit of a sequence. And if you just run directly forward out the room where you set it off, you'll find a hallway in front of you that leads to a convenient exit. And as you're exiting, if you keep an eye out on the right-hand side, you should be able to find a door. And if you enter it, you should find a classified document before you move on. Once we get outside, you want to follow the road that ends up kind of winding up the mountain and above the underground base we were just in. On the large hairpin corner, on the left side, you'll notice a barrel with a fire inside, and there is a hidden item just on the corner here. If you keep following that windy road to the very top of the mountain, you'll end up at a fence, and you can cut your way through the fence to get into this area that is otherwise blocked. You will need bolt cutters. You should have found some by now if you've been just paying attention, hopefully. And once you get in here, just go through the main gate, go up the stairs on your left and through this yellow door. It's really the only way you can go. And then as you come around the corner, check the room on your right-hand side to find the hidden item inside. From the previous collectible, you can take a zip line down. It'll bring you all the way down to this bonus objective for destroying the U-boat facility. And while you're here, there's a couple things you should grab. There's a very well hidden stone eagle that you can pretty easily shoot from this corner of the bonus objective. You want to look towards the kind of north where the tracks meet the mountain. And at the top, you'll notice that there is kind of a doorway. And on top of that, you'll be able to find a very well hidden stone eagle. While you're here, not far from the stone eagle, you can find classified document number 2. So go ahead and run along the front side of the U-boat facility. And on the far side from where we were, you'll be able to find a ladder that takes you up. And here you can interact with a bunch of the items to actually complete your bonus objective. But if you run across into this corner room, you'll find your collectible. If we then continue following the map in a little bit of a counterclockwise motion, you'll end up at the small building with the kill list inside. Here, before you do that, let's go ahead and grab the starting location known as the Coastal Landing. You can also extract from here at the end of the mission, which we should finish up pretty soon. Now, let's go ahead and grab personal letter number 4 from inside of this building, keeping in mind that one of the enemies in here is our kill list, so we're going to make sure we don't take them out. Feel free to mark people with your binoculars to figure out who is who, but our goal is to get upstairs and grab the personal letter as it's close to an item we need to take out our target. So once you get upstairs, go to the kind of eastern corner, and here next to a bed, you can find personal letter number 4. Now, for the kill list, we have to get the target using an LMG. Luckily, there is one inside of this building. It's the MG42. You can find one earlier on in the map, but this one's obviously the easiest as it's in the same building as the kill list. Now, depending on how you tackled this building, the target may be in a different location. They do like to hang out upstairs, but sometimes get spooked and go downstairs. Either way, grab that LMG, find the target, and take them out to get your special unlock. You're looking for the officer in the building. Last but not least, from the kill list building, let's go ahead and start going eastward. And just outside of this building, towards the east, you'll find a path along the water side. And that path should end in a small tent. There is an enemy inside, but there is also our final collectible of the mission. If you've been following along, feel free to double check that you're at 19 of 19 before you exit out and exfil. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Special thanks to everyone on Patreon for supporting the show. Peace.